Hey, so there's going to be some drama in this video, and if you want to skip ahead past the drama to the real meat of the video, I'll leave a timestamp in the comments section. Um, so this guy left a comment on my video last night, uh, and I was real disrespectful to him, but he was also really, really fucking stupid. Now, this guy calls himself the Eldritch God, and he's a huge pessimist. Like, you read his comments, he's just a pessimist, dude. Like, uh, but he for some reason he thinks that he can get away with calling other people angsty teens, despite the fact that you call yourself the Eldritch God. How much angst do you have, bro? I'm not stupid. I know what Eldritch is. Okay, it's Lovecraftian as fuck. It's nihilism. You're a nihilist. Um, Now, what really gets me is that he can't understand English, the language that he apparently speaks. I clicked on one of his videos and watched through about like 50 seconds of it. He speaks English. He's fluent in English, but he can't understand that exponentiates every 16 by a factor of 10 every 16 days does not mean doubles every 16 days. He honestly believes that I said doubles every 16 days. I never once said that. I never said that. So, I mean, that right there should preclude him from, being taken seriously. Now, after I responded to him, he gave more indications that he has no clue what the English language means. Okay, so this guy is really, really stupid. He's a Dunning-Kruger of the highest level. Now, given what he said, he's a boomer. Okay, he's a boomer who is trying to be edgy and cool and fit in with the YouTube crowd. Uh, I said, dude, you're a nobody, just like me, and it's true. Uh, I have 232 subscribers. He has 240, and we both get very few views. Uh, we're both nobodies. We're not big names on YouTube. Okay, we're nobodies. That's just an observation. That's not angst. That's not nihilism. That's an observation, an honest observation. At least I have the balls to admit I'm fucking no one on YouTube. Um, but one thing, this guy said he's downloading my video and is going to make a video response. Good luck getting flagged, motherfucker. With your level of ignorance, I'm going to flag you and I'm going to get away with it because your video is going to be classified as harassment. More than likely, it's going to be classified as harassment or, copyright. Fuck you. Don't fuck with me. If you're going to be a dumbass, you're going to get called out on your dumbassery. Okay? Now, let's get to the meat of the video. I was wrong in some of my mathematics in my last video. However, I wasn't actually that far off. And the total population of the world is about 7.7 billion. I said it was 7.8 billion. It's like 7.675, something like that. I round. I like working with even numbers, rounded numbers. Okay. Now this becomes so. I was off by about 140 million, but that becomes a lot smaller when you realize that I'm actually thinking in scientific notation. So literally 7.8 times 10 to the ninth. Which is really only like 1.5 off from 7.6. Actually, not even 1.5. It's like 0.15 off from like 7.675 to times 10 to the ninth. It's not. It's actually a really small mistake. Now, the bigger mistake was that I put in the number of quarantined people in with the probability of being infected. The reduction factors of the probability of being infected. Now, what really this video is about is not about my math being wrong. It's not about this guy who is a massive pessimist and really stupid. He said something that got me thinking about the sympathetic nervous system and the potential for it to be misfiring in a large portion of the populace. For those of you who don't know, the sympathetic nervous system is the nervous. You have two nervous systems: the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. The parasympathetic is the one that calms and relaxes you. The sympathetic is the one that makes you react to things very quickly. Now, this guy said something about like you should be afraid. You should be afraid, and for some reason he thinks that me saying don't be afraid is don't take care of yourself, which by the very fact that I included hand washing as a reduction factor in the spread of disease should imply that I don't think you shouldn't take care of yourself. I just say don't be afraid. Don't let your sympathetic nervous system take charge of your life. Okay? Now, this got me really thinking about the sympathetic nervous system misfiring in leftists and neocons, because the media has been fear-mongering for well over a decade now, and a pretty decent portion of the populace still watches TV. They still watch mainstream news. That number has been reduced in the past few years, but even when you go online, there's still plenty of people who are fear-mongering. Most of them on the left, a lot of them are alt-right. So what kind of impact would this perpetual fear-mongering have on a human being? It would probably actually cause them to have issues with their sympathetic nervous system. This guy was so adamant about me not being afraid of this virus that isn't that big a deal, that it seems like he couldn't understand how someone could live without being in fear, right? And actually, a lot of leftists seem that way too. Like, why aren't you upset about this? Why aren't you offended? And this would actually provide a biological explanation for why the left is perpetually offended. It's not them pretending. It's them actually suffering from a misfiring sympathetic nervous system. Their nervous system is constantly firing off, which is causing them to, be constantly upset over everything. That also explains why these people legitimately believe that words are harm, words are violence. That would be why people legitimately believe these left-wing crap notions. So really, is the sympathetic nervous system firing off more frequently than it is supposed to in a good portion of the population? Just something to think about. Thanks for watching. Peace.